Welcome to Off the Cuff. In this series, I provide a recap of an episode, then conclude with my thoughts and impressions. I do not provide spoilers for future installments. I will only reference the current episode and events that occur up to that point in the show. Welcome, fellow watchers, to my recap of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 2, Episode 3, School Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
The story begins with Principal Snyder bringing in his two most troublesome students, a wild girl named Sheila and Buffy. The parent-teacher conference commences on Thursday, and if they don't do well organizing the event, the worst one will be expelled. Willow and Xander tell Buffy how crazy Sheila is, and Xander mentions perhaps...
It's no biggie. You'll have a nice soiree. Parents will love it. As long as nothing really bad happens between now and then, you'll be fine.
Are you crazy? What did you say that for? Now something bad is gonna happen. It's the ultimate jinx.
What were you thinking? Were we even thinking at all?
Uh-oh, he jinxed it. Soon after, some bad boy with a devil-may-care attitude smashes through the Sunnydale welcome sign. Well, I mean, the devil may care, but this guy sure doesn't. It's some blonde-haired vampire. Looks like a real rabble-rouser, this one.
Home sweet home.
The Anointed One sits there listening to his followers brag about their awesomeness as they wait for Saturday, the night of St. Vigius.
As long as the Slayer's alive, whoever takes his place will be sharing his grave.
That's when their powers will be at a peak.
Can you do it?
Yes. When I kill her, it'll be the greatest event since the crucifixion. I was there.
You were there? Please?
In comes this new vampire, Spike, who mocks and derides the Anointed One's followers.
I was actually at Woodstock. That was a weird gig. I fed off a flower person, and I spent the next 6 hours watching my hand move.
He starts to brag about himself some more.
Who am I kidding? I love to brag.
But then his companion shows up. Drusilla. Huh, look. The first in-camera face transformation. It appears that Spike has absolute and total devotion to her.
You shouldn't be walking around. You're weak.
Look at all the people.
Spike mentions that he's wasted 2 Slayers in the past already, so as long as Colin keeps his cronies away, Spike will dispatch of this Slayer. His way. I'll do it my way.
Deal?
Buffy and her mom are at home, and Buffy's mom got a letter about the upcoming parent-teacher conference. Apparently, Buffy was really nervous and didn't want to tell her about it, but the cat's out of the bag. Buffy's mom is gonna go. In preparation for the conference, Buffy is painting signs with Willow and Xander. Giles and Miss Calendar show up, with Giles telling Buffy that she has to do lots of preparation for Saturday because the vamps will be especially dangerous. Distracted by Principal Snyder's requirements, the gang pitches in to help as much as they can.
Just please let me get through this week.
This Saturday is going to need a great deal of preparation.
Well, we'll help.
Yeah, I'll whittle steaks.
And I can research stuff.
Principal Snyder walks in, being all mean and stuff, and he sees that Sheila isn't there. Buffy covers for her just as Sheila walks in, looking a little worse for wear. They're both safe from expulsion, for now. Back at the Bronze, and the gang heads to the dance floor to cut a rug. Spike strolls in, and he knows that Buffy is his tasty target for destruction.
Go get something to eat.
He tricks Buffy into going outside to attack a vampire.
Where's the phone? I need to call the police. There's some big guy out there trying to bite someone.
She has a bit of some trouble, but gains the upper hand. All the while, Spike watches her moves, gauging her fighting style and abilities.
Nice work, love.
Who are you?
You'll find out on Saturday.
Happens on Saturday.
I kill you.
Spike then finds Sheila stumbling out of a dive bar and he steals her away. Back at the library, the gang tries to find information on this guy, Spike. Angel comes popping in.
Once he starts something, he doesn't stop until everything in his path is dead.
Buffy and him do some banter about not meeting each other at the Bronze, and Buffy's all like,
Come on, you've been dating for what, like 200 years? You don't know what a girl means when she says maybe she'll show?
Wow, 2 centuries of dating. If you only had 2 a year, that's still like 400 dates with 400 different... Why do they call it a mace?
Then he pops right out again. Oh, Angel.
Okay, that's it. I'm putting a collar with a little bell on that guy.
Back to Drusilla and Spike in their den. Spike is very protective of her, saying she needs to heal after almost dying in Prague. The Hellmouth will help her regenerate quicker. Cut back to the library and the gang is preparing for St. Vigus, while Buffy is preoccupied with the parent-teacher conference. Cordelia is standing next to Xander, helping to make more stabby steaks. And Xander doesn't even seem to mind having her right next to him. Cool. The parent-teacher conference is afoot, and Buffy's nervous because her mom is about to show up.
Hi, Miss Summers. Hi, Willow. Hi, honey. Did you do all this?
Right after Willow shows you the library. French class it is.
Is that your mother?
She wouldn't have said much. You know, she doesn't speak a word of English.
Principal Snyder can't wait to talk about how much of a demon Buffy is. Soon enough, though, Joyce introduces herself to Principal Snyder.
Hi, I'm Joyce Summers. I'm Buffy's mother.
Principal Snyder. I'm afraid we need to talk. My office is down here.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse.
At the library again, and Giles's research reveals some history on Spike.
Our new friend Spike. He's known as William the Bloody, and is nicknamed by torturing his victims with railroad spikes. Very pleasant.
He's only 200 though, so I mean, that's good. But
Spike has forged 2 slayers in the last century, and he's killed them both.
In the car, now.
just then, a slew of vampires crash through the window.
What can I say? Couldn't wait.
Buffy throws a chair at Spike and helps Principal Snyder, Joyce, and others to get to safety. During the chaos, the gang splits up into different places to hide.
Nobody gets out, especially the girl!
There's an old boarded up cellar behind the stacks. You can get out that way. Find Angel. He knows about Spike. We need him.
With Principal Snyder and some rando and Joyce safe, Buffy discontinues any worries about Principal Snyder's activities.
PCP. It's a gang on PCP. We've got to get out of here.
You can't go outside. They'll kill you.
You don't tell me. I tell you.
And she kicks into Slayer mode.
Nobody goes out. Nobody comes in until I say so. Do you hear me?
Who do you think you are?
I'm the one that knows how to stop them.
Pure focus. No jokes. All warrior.
Don't worry, Mom.
Buffy climbs into the ceiling to sneak around undetected. Spike is looking for Buffy, and he suspects he knows where she is.
Someone's in the ceiling.
Meanwhile, Principal Snyder doesn't listen to Buffy, and Rando helps open the window to escape. But Rando gets eaten. Oh my. I guess he'll stay put now. Giles tells Miss Calendar that he's going out there to save Buffy.
God only knows how many others in the building.
Listen, I am the Watcher. I am responsible for her, and I have to go.
Rupert! Be careful.
Push these back as soon as I...
Buffy tells him to stay put, for her mother's sake. Someone has to protect her in case she can't.
Giles, my mother's in that room. If I don't make it out of here, I know you'll make sure she does.
Bloody right I will.
And off she goes.
What are we gonna do?
pray.
You know a lot about the Spike guy, so, you got a plan?
Good plan.
Spike pokes spiky things up into the ceiling to try and find Buffy.
Buffy, are you okay?
I'm fine, Mom. Sheila, where have you been?
This should be fun.
Angelus! Spike!
Angel is wild and crazy and unpredictable, and Spike is delighted to see his old friend.
Come up against his Slayer yet?
She's cute. Not too bright, though. Gave the puppy dog a more tortured act. Keeps her off my back when I feed.
I knew you were lying. Undead liar guy.
But Spike doesn't fall for the ruse.
I mean, this torture thing is an act, right? You're not housebroken. You think you can fool me?
And then Buffy shows up to fight Spike. It's a harrowing battle. Spike ends up getting the upper hand, and uh-oh, things look grim for Buffy. Oh my gosh. But then...
You get the hell away from my daughter.
Joyce gets her Ripley moment, and look at Spike's face. That's delicious. Principal Snyder talks with the city police, and they cover up the real issue of vampires and just report it as gang activity. Giles understands if Miss Calendar is afraid to be around him, but...
I will understand if you decide to start avoiding me.
I'm pretty sure she can handle it. Willow and Cordelia survive the night as well.
Anyone ever again, unless they really deserve it, or if it's that time of the month.
Joyce changes her tune with Buffy and admits that she's very proud of her daughter.
A Slayer with family and friends. That sure as hell wasn't in the brochure.
You'll kill her, and then we'll have a nice celebration.
You failed.
I offer penance.
Cut to the Anointed One's lair, and his crony, speaking on his behalf, tells Spike that he should have waited until Saturday when St. Vigus would make them stronger. Spike gets down on his knees to ask for forgiveness. No.
I was rash, and if I had to do it all over again...
Why would Spike ask for forgiveness?
Who am I kidding? I would do it exactly the same, only I'd do this.
Wow. That's pretty... Throw him into a cage. What the... That's bold. Oh my gosh, that's great. Oh my God.
From now on, we're going to have a little less ritual and a little more fun around here.
Gosh. Wow. So much for the Anointed One. That was... Well, I guess you could say that subverted my expectations. The end. There he is, fellow watchers, a fan favorite, with one hellmouth of an entrance. Anyone who has heard of Buffy has heard of Spike. He's finally come smashing through Sunnydale to shake things up. James Marsters seems to be having a heck of a lot of fun playing an unhinged and reckless vampire. Spike revels in anarchy and himself. Marsters takes those traits and runs with it, much to this watcher's delight. He was also a great foil for potential kinks going forward for the season when it comes to the Anointed One. I applaud Whedon and the writers to just nix the idea of the Anointed One altogether, because it is weird when you have a kid that's starting to grow up, but they're supposed to be immortal. They not only find a quick solution to what may have been set up as the big bad for this season, but he was also used to establish just how wild and unorthodox Spike is. Two birds, one stone kind of thing. As most who watch the show will already know, Spike was supposed to only last for a few episodes, but fans of the series at the time were so overjoyed with that character, Whedon had to give in and let the guy live for a little while longer. And that mucked up his longer-term plans for the series. Spike is so disruptive, he even influences the real world. Wow. Well, it must have been a good decision though, because like I said, Spike is a staple of Buffy lore, and this episode made him a compelling, charismatic villain right out the gate. Finally, it was a nice little touch for Spike to consider how formidable this Slayer might actually be, because she isn't alone. She has friends willing to back her up. Looking past the joy of Spike bursting into the Buffyverse, the rest of this episode was pretty decent. Yet again, there are plenty of nice character touches and special moments that further reinforce what we've learned about these people and where they are up to this point in the show. You know, character growth and stuff, like what television tried to do in the old days. I like that Angel is trying to learn how to connect romantically to Buffy, but it's obvious that he's kind of clueless on how to do that, because he's a dude. It was fun to see him scare the crap out of Xander when trying to get Spike to put his guard down. Joyce Summers shows that she's one hell of a parent as well. Never get between a mother and her cubs, right? Principal Snyder is basically a straight-up villain at this point. Will there be more references to Principal Snyder and the police covering up the vampire infestation issues in Sunnydale? Who knows? Then there's Cordelia, helping the gang prepare for St. Vigius. I'm not totally sure about this, but this may be the first time she isn't introduced into the scene before talking with the Scooby Gang. Up to this point, she would always be introduced into the scene by walking up to them or entering the room. She's an outsider, stepping into their circle. For the first time, she's just there, with the gang, standing next to Xander. And Xander doesn't even complain or look annoyed about it either. I like that. Miss Calendar knows what she's doing with Giles, and I appreciate that Giles attempts to be courteous and give her a chance to back away from moving things forward in their relationship. Most certainly he's nervous at messing things up, but also he fears for her. But I have a feeling she's not going to be selfish when Giles chooses to protect Buffy or save the world instead of have dinner with her on some nights. As for Drusilla, well, she has very little to do in this episode, but if Spike respects her so much, based on his behavior in this episode alone, she's probably not one to be trifled with. I guess we'll learn more in future episodes. Take care, fellow watchers.